So Earth is not a paradise. Earth is not a paradise. In fact, for true light beings, it's a prison. For true light beings who care about others outside of their own, it's a nightmare. For true light beings who want to be with God, it's like one step above hell. Earth is not a paradise. And I bring this up because I posted a video on my TikTok that ended up getting removed and I got a strike against my account. And in the video, I talked about how I don't have any more dreams or goals in this wicked world. I talked about the wicked actions from the elite down to the preachers and pastors, everybody. I talked about it all. And I also talked about my soul wanting to go home to my God. And I started to receive some comments. And it's either comments from really ignorant people or people that are agents. But the comments talked about Earth is a paradise. We can bring heaven here. And I took a step back. Because when I read Earth is paradise, I said, ¿Qué lo que tú dices? I was in shock. But, I like to take a step back and look at things objectively and in truth. And I decided, let me go look up this definition. Let me go on Google. As Google is a lot of people's God now, because that's where they get all their answers. But I went to Google and it said an idyllic state or place of delight and great feeling, And then I think about what people describe in regular lives as paradise. They go on vacation for a few days or a week or a month and they have no responsibilities, no worries, no stresses. They just chilling. And that's what people typically describe as paradise. And then I thought about the comment, Earth is paradise. Really? Really? And I thought about, where's this coming from? Why would someone ever think that this place was a paradise? And I go to people and I look at people and who are allegedly happy here. And they have their material wealth. They have their families. They have their blessings. And then I thought about the others. The people whose birth papers blow in the wind. The people who are ignored by society. The people who are treated like garbage here. It's not paradise for them. I thought about my friend's son who was tortured, then murdered, then thrown into a pond. It wasn't paradise for him. It's not paradise for people who have to rummage through garbage to find something to eat in a world where we can have mansions and elites, but people got to scrummage through garbages to get food. Oh, it's not paradise for them. It's not paradise for people who cry every day, who are stressed every day, who are so sad and drained out from this system. It's not paradise for them. And I thought about how selfish it is for anybody to think that this place is paradise when their brethren could be suffering. See, me, I'm okay. I got a car. I'm in good health. I'm all of that things, but this ain't paradise for me. Because I recognize that a lot of people have to suffer in order for some people to have paradise here. And that doesn't ring right in righteousness. And I got the advice, just turn off the news. Turning off the news doesn't change the reality. Ignoring the problem doesn't change the reality. That's just you having cognitive dissonance and believing that this could be paradise while your brethren suffers. They say human suffering is normal. Okay, well then everybody's got to have it, right? Some people can't be exalted. I mean, literally, we have people here who take G6 flights to another, to 20 minutes, like Kylie Jenner and them. Well, some people can't even walk. But it's paradise, right? And then I looked at it environmentally, right? They say this is paradise. Earth is paradise. Oh, really? Really? Oh, okay. So why do you need so many amenities to make it even more comfortable? If this place was paradise on its own, you wouldn't need all this technology. You wouldn't need all these dead items to make yourself a little bit more comfortable. This is why immigrants come on over to America. You know that, right? They're worked to the bone in their home countries. And they can barely get running water. They can barely get things that'll make them a little bit more comfortable because the natural state ain't ideal. It's not ideal. If you are so happy here and if you're in so much paradise, then there's something wrong with you because you don't have heart for others around you. This could never be paradise in a world where people can suffer immeasurably. There are children in tunnels. Is that paradise for them? There's news stories where people can chop and grill their grandmother. That's paradise? I mean, every other day we're getting a story about some grown woman having sex with a child. Is that paradise? It's the cognitive dissonance for me. And then some people like to say, we can build heaven here. Oh, really? Oh, really? We've been trying to do that for years. It's been many a years. And people been doing the same thing and ain't nothing getting better. It's actually getting worse. And do you know why it's getting worse? Because we're getting further and further away from God here. There is no heaven building here. None. None. You have no king in order to have that blessing of heaven here. So I'm going to need people to stop with their nonsense. There is no chance of building heaven here. You will not build heaven with your hands because all you do is build what is temporary. And then other people brought up this to me, right? They said, because I always say, I want to go home. I want to go home to my God where there is peace and no evil and no dwelling with demons or fallen angels. I always say that. And then they say to me, oh, that'll be boring. Really? So drama, evil, other people suffering is fun to y'all? Well, that's not fun to me. I want the absence of that. Yeah. Boring? If you're a drama fiend and your only way of you having fun is other people suffering and this drama and this evil, well, dear, you need to get a DNA test and find out where your seed really comes from because it could never be of the light. That's what I know. So yeah, when heaven is here, it's the separation, it's the segregation of the light and the dark. And that's it. No, I don't want to dwell with demons and fallen angels anymore. We've been through this prison. I'm ready for me to go home and get out of my prison curse. Earth is not a paradise. Earth is not heaven. There is no building heaven here. And that's it. Until God dwells with us. And that will be in the spirit. Because they brought up Hinduism and there has to be a balance of good and evil. Okay, at some point the light has to overtake the darkness. Because darkness, they do too much. They a little bit too needy. They want to drink my blood. They want to drink a whole bunch of babies' blood. They want to murder us and do all this weird stuff to us. I'm over them. The light has to overtake the darkness. And that's why I want to go home. And other light beings want to go home. And we will not be guilted in thinking that's in error. Because people don't say to people here, when they miss their mother or their father, oh, don't say that. You're murmuring against God. Really? I'm murmuring against my mother and father if I want to go with them? Because really, this earth family, nah. I'm all about the spirit. All about it. And I don't want my spiritual family. Yeah. Another thing that someone said to me about earth being heaven is that it can happen if we all follow the law. Really? This law system that people can go to jail for life and not even have committed a crime? As if the law contains all aspects of morality. Because people can do some things and it's not breaking the law, but boy, is it immoral. You know, like cheating, like breaking somebody's heart, you know, doing a lot of shiesty stuff. It's not necessarily illegal, but it really hurts people. But, you think it'll be perfect? You think it'll be heaven by these disgusting man-made laws with officers who are involved in the ritual sacrifices of children? Oh, absolutely not. No. Your laws, your ways, your mediocrity of your man-made items cannot suffice. No, there is no heaven here. This is no paradise. This is prison. And if you think this is what you're inheriting, believers, oh dears, you didn't read the scripture that told you that this world is reserved for fire. I'm not gonna play no reindeer games with nobody. I don't celebrate Christmas, nor will I ever again. Because while you and your blessings are so great, with Susie goes to college on a full scholarship and Barbara gets to take her kids to go to McDonald's on Sundays, and then there are other children whose birth papers blow in the wind, who are stuck in tunnels, who are being tortured and breeded by a whole bunch of seeds of serpents. Nah, it's not no paradise. And I'm sure other light beings feel the same way. Every day I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm still here. I have no passion. I have no fervor. I have no dreams. I have no goals. All I think about is God. I don't want to make this world better. You don't put a clean sheet on a spoiled bed. And it's so funny when some of these agents, because there's a lot of agents here, people who are condemned, and acting like they're of God, because Satan is a great transformer of light, running away from God, running away from repose, saying, let's build heaven here. No. I like to be taken care of. My God will take care of me. I want that. I don't want to do any more work. We become free from labor when we go home. That's ideal for me because I got to work to pay to live here. This is my paradise. Right. Sickening. You guys don't know any better. If you had faith, you would understand that there is much better than this mediocrity. And then you have people who claim this is paradise. Earth is paradise because of their pride and their vanities of their minuscule things. Because this society, this world, this earth is a respecter of persons. You know, people love it when you're a doctor or a lawyer or a politician or a celebrity. But we found out after 2020 that a whole bunch of these people are in fact liars and doing the most evil things. But yet still, because they money, they top dogs. But this world is based on the contingency of suffering. Yeah. You can't have your world-renowned doctors without people suffering. You can't have your army veterans without suffering in war. You can't have teachers without people in need of knowledge. You can't have your chefs or your farmers without people in need of food. It's contingent upon suffering. Yet people say this is paradise. I thought paradise was an idyllic state of pure delight. But everything that we do here is based on suffering. You can't have charities where you think you're such a good person getting all this stuff for people without people suffering. And even when you give them something, they have to come and get it again and again and again. And the cycle just keeps going in this sufferation. Yet people want to call this paradise. Oh, really? Have you checked clock of truth? Because time is ticking out now. It's time to go home. See, my God, Christ, the Most High Yah, told me what heaven was. And it was absent of all suffering and stresses and cries and tears and labor and work and all of that. Well, that to me sounds perfect. That to me sounds like paradise. And that to me is what I want and what a whole bunch of light beings want. And we will not feel guilted for feeling that way. Any agents who want to come on my page and tell me I'm building heaven here and I'm about to be queen and president. I don't want to be queen and president over no wicked people. Absolutely not. I want Zion. Yeah. Just like the Matrix, I want Zion. I want away from these agents, these powers that be. And I'm about to take a big step in that direction, and that'll be my next video. So is earth a paradise? Hell no. Can we build heaven on earth here? Hell no. I want to go home, and so do another light being.